Ciao a tutti, benvenuti sul mio canale. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. So in today's video, we are talking about some of the best restaurants in Rome. These are places where I've eaten, they're really good, and I recommend you eat there too. And fortunately, these are the ones that have survived the pandemic. Let's go check them out. All right, so for the first one, let's talk about an Italian classic, pizza. Now, anybody who knows me knows that I am very partial to Neapolitan pizza. I don't mind Roman pizza, but Neapolitan pizza is just my preference. This place that I recommend is called Rosso Pomodoro, which loosely translated means red tomato. It's a Neapolitan pizza chain, and I'm a little hesitant about recommending chains. However, the quality is pretty good. This particular restaurant is in Largo Argentina, which is right in the center of town. I like this place because it's spacious, they offer gluten-free pizza, and in COVID times, you can also eat outside. Like in most Italian pizzerias, you have the option of having a pizza with or without tomato sauce. And in Italian, you would say con pomodoro or bianca, like a pizza bianca. And for me, that was a bit confusing at first because con pomodoro, if you translate it literally, it means with tomato. But to Italians, it means with tomato sauce. Who knew? This next one I mentioned in a previous video, but I'll say it again because it's really good. And the place is called Ginger. The exact name of the via escapes me, but actually it's right off Via del Corso, which is one of the main roads here in town, which starts from Piazza Venezia. As soon as you walk in, it just has a very clean appearance. Now, why do I recommend this place? Well, apart from the fact that it's centrally located, I like it because they offer huge salads. I'm not kidding. If you order one salad, that could easily be enough for 2 people. Personally, I recommend the salad with mango and salmon. Sounds kind of weird actually, but it's pretty good. Like most restaurants in Italy, you can also get pasta there, but you can also get sandwiches. And one of the best things that I like about this place is the fruit. The fruit is just amazingly fresh, and you can get this gigantic fruit platter at the end of the meal. The quality is just amazing. I've never had a bad experience there. One final thing that I want to mention about Ginger is it has a visible kitchen. In other words, you can see them cooking. You can actually see inside the kitchen. And for me, this is a sign of cleanliness. The Cul De Sac is one of my most favorite restaurants here in Rome. I haven't been there since the pandemic, but as soon as I can, I want to go back. It's a little bit tight for space, so if you're claustrophobic, it may not be the best option, but the food is fantastic. And one of the things I like in particular about the Cul De Sac is that it's an enoteca, which means it's a wine store. They've got just every single wine that you can imagine. One in particular that I really love is called Montefalco, which is a wine from Umbria. It's a tad expensive, but splurge, why not? And then directly in front of me, you have the Vivi Bistrot. I haven't been there since the pandemic, like Cul De Sac, but that's definitely next to my list. And what's really cool, as you can see from behind me, this is Piazza Navona, and if you get the right table, then you can have lunch, aperitivo, and I believe also dinner, and you get a great view. So since we're here in Piazza Navona, you might be asking yourself, can we grab a bite to eat in this piazza? Of course you can. However, the purpose of this video is to talk about places where I've been and the places that I recommend. I've only eaten once here in Piazza Venezia, and I think also once for an ice cream. So I really can't recommend or not recommend eating here. However, since this is a place where a lot of tourists come, my suspicion is that these places might be a bit more for tourists. I don't know. It's at your own risk. Oh, really? I will have to try this out someday. If it's really American, where's the cereal? Now, if by chance you are vegan or vegetarian, I got you. So if you take the metro down to Piramide, which means pyramid, as soon as you get off the metro, you will see a gigantic pyramid. So very close to there, you will see a place called 100% Bio, or 100% Bio. Bio means biological, and in English this means organic. Apart from having good, delicious vegan food, if you want, you can stop in and just have a quick coffee, Italian style, and you can also grab a sandwich and just go. If by chance you want to stay for a meal, you can have lunch or dinner. You can do a la carte, but you can also do the buffet. Now, before COVID times, it was an open buffet. You walk up, fill your plate up, weigh it, and then you pay according to how heavy your plate was. Now the staff do that for you. So these last three work out very nice if you happen to be in the Vatican area. And the first place that I recommend is called Di Matteo. Actually, it's more closer to Piazza. Anybody who knows Rome knows that this is near the Cassazione, the Palazzaccio. You can't miss it. Yeah, again, we're talking about pizza. And yes, we're talking about Neapolitan pizza again. I don't remember if they offer Roman pizza, but this place is good. And the reason why is because they just have a good variety of pizzas. I've only been there once, really, but it left a good impression on me. So if you're in that area, I definitely recommend it. Now, in regards to the prices, I think they're rather decent. It's not really, really cheap, but it's not really, really expensive. But if you're on vacation, treat yourself, why not? I will say this though about the Roman pizza. I have mentioned this place in a number of videos, but it's worth repeating again. There's a great place in Viale Trastevere, which is called Supplì. So if you happen to be in that area and you just want a quick bite to eat street food if you will, I recommend that place. The next place that I recommend is actually a carnivore's delight. And the place in question is called Cantina Tirolese. We only went there once, but I definitely recommend it because it's a restaurant which offers food from Sud Tirol, which is the area in northern Italy next to Austria. We went there once and we just fell in love with the place, and this restaurant really does offer you some of the best foods from that area. But like I said before, it's really a place for meat lovers, I would say. The final place that I recommend is called Trattoria della Barchetta. This place for me is rather special. We went there in February of 2020. This was right before lockdown, and that was also my 40th birthday. Also, we had just found out that we were expecting Laura, so yeah, it's special. I recommend this place in particular because it just offers good quality food, and to no surprise, I'm recommending Neapolitan cuisine again. It does have a rather Neapolitan flavor to it, so to speak. However, one thing in particular that I liked, which really set the tone for the evening, was the fact that the staff were friendly and they gave us like a welcome drink. I forget what it was. It was probably champagne or something like that. I don't know if they still do that or if they had just given us champagne for my birthday, but the fact that they gave it to us was a nice touch. Tourist tips. Now, because of COVID times, a lot of restaurants are opting for outside eating, and they're doing that for health reasons. However, I don't like eating outside, and here's why. It really depends where you're eating outside here in Rome. But in a general sense, I don't like it, and the reason why is because when you're outside, you're subject to cigarette smoke, passing cars, people walking by, and for me, it just doesn't provide a very relaxing eating experience. That's just me, though. Now, you can eat inside if you want to. However, during these times, you do need to show proof that you've been vaccinated. Here in Italy, it's called a green pass, which in essence is a certificate that shows you are in fact vaccinated. If you haven't got that, then I would just bring something that shows evidence that you are vaccinated. If you're like many North Americans and you are looking to eat dinner around 6, 7, even 5 p.m., no, I wouldn't count on it. At that point, you're going to want to look for an aperitivo or apericena. It's like happy hour in the United States, but very often they give you portion sizes of food which could easily be dinner. It depends. From personal experience, I would definitely reserve ahead of time. One of the worst things you can do in Rome is to show up at a restaurant and hope they have space. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. But if you reserve, it's always better. If you're still not sure about where to eat out, or if you're still not sure about the places that I've mentioned, then what I would do, and what I usually do anyway, is read the restaurant reviews, look at the pictures, see what other people have said about it, because I think nowadays these reviews are key. They really are. I rely on them. The best place to read these reviews are on two apps in particular. If you'll go to the description of this video, you will see one for TripAdvisor and The Fork. And I believe The Fork is the one that offers you discounts. Then there's also the classic question of should I tip or not. Actually, I made a video about that about a month ago. And if you check in the cards, then you will see the link to that video. Go check it out. I will say this though, a tip in a general sense is not expected here. Only tip for good service, and just tip what you want. That's it. If by any chance you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure you do that. I make Italy-related videos, and more specifically, I do videos which are of a helpful and practical nature, but I also do linguistic and cultural discussion videos. In essence, I share my experience and expertise on Italy on this channel. Grazie mille per l'attenzione, ci vediamo alla prossima. Thank you very much for watching, I'll see you next time, and buon appetito. Ciao.